It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants on Sunday night.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback. And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now, because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss. I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch. And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going. They'll look to throw again. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest. He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off. Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash. Right back to Tracy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. They'll go play action with Nix.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On play action, here's Nix.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go.
It's Harvey.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram, and he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Nix to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Over the middle, he finds Vele.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
And he's got it.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Dobbins is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 1. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
This one is Slayton over the middle.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now it's Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Sliding out of the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Nix. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Another run here with Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard.
They'll set up to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, here's Nix.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Nix to the air.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey.
And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Off the bootleg, here's Nix.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Nix.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun is Nix.
A short throw to Ingram. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, Nix.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he returns this to the 22.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 3.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jamie Gillen now.
as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw here.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Down to the 42, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. In motion left, Robinson. Here's a 2nd and 7.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos about set to go on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now it's Nix.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On play action, here's Nix. Well, throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
That is caught.
And some room to run now. And a 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down.
55 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, The question becomes, how do you respond?
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Nix.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing Nix.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Back to the air with Nix. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll go again with Tracy. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the give, it's Tracy. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is taken at the 18. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. So the Broncos now down by 7. A little under 1:50 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Finding Sutton.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Into the hands of Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you, because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit them with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up 4th down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending, because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.